yeah, all kinds of reviews, I guess. So,
Great. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, for sure.
Any last questions? All right, then I'd like to open up for public comment. And we have a number of folks already signed up and probably others in the audience who would like to. And everybody will get 3 minutes to speak, and we'll run the timers.
We do have one pooled group.
And we have one pooled group, and the pooled group will have 6 minutes. And so we'll begin with the pool time folks, and I'd like you to come up and introduce yourself, your name and address for the record. And when the lights run, green is go. It'll start flashing green when you have 1 minute left. It'll go to amber when you have 30 seconds left, and then when it hits red, your time is up. So why don't we start with the trustees from Superior?
How much time per person?
3 minutes. It's very nice to have our fellow local elected officials from around the community joining us. So,
okay, I'm Sandy Pennington, trustee for 6 years in Superior, and I have with me today Rita Dozell, who's a trustee for 2 years, and she has graciously given me her time. As you well know, BOCO does include Superior, and we're at the south edge nearest to Rocky Flats. And thank you for asking what I think are the right questions up there already, but I wanted to hone in on those. The Greenway is depicted by Megan as an expansion of the trail system and regional outdoor activity is correct. However, let's not lose sight of the reason this particular alignment was chosen. This particular alignment is a repurposing, if you will, of Superfund sites in contaminated lands and that engaged in some pretty dangerous activities, such as creation of plutonium pellets that left plutonium in the soil. So let's not lose sight of that as we're putting the shine on why this particular alignment was chosen. We were surprised, those of us who've already looked at it, when the alignment went safely around Rocky Flats and was proposed to go smack dab through Rocky Flats. And the alignment I've seen is not like dotted lines. It's a placeholder up Indiana and over 120. It was actually a series of curvilinear trails, etc. So this new alignment through Rocky Flats is what I believe is a potential deal breaker of this greenway. You are not involved in the connection, the overpass connection at Indiana. But if you overlay over these maps, the Hardy-Cray map of most contamination that was completed by the Atomic Energy Commission, it's right over the top of the Indiana disturbance of soil for that overpass. So if you don't already have that, we can certainly get that map to you so you can see that. Boulder County is only dealing with the Highway 128 trail, but we in Superior cannot separate the two because the question is there any wisdom through going through Rocky Flats, spending the however many millions of dollars, 4.3 million for the 128 overpass, when it's not required, because we can safely go down Indiana and we can safely go down 128 without incurring this cost and without incurring the potential plutonium contamination, both within this site and on the wheels of those bikes. And on those bikes themselves that traverse the trail, both north into Boulder and Boulder County and east over. At the time of the 2005 public process about whether or not public access should be allowed on Rocky Flats, it was said, and I'm sure Roy himself will represent this, he went through all the public comments. 81% of the public comments said no access on that site. If you guys held a similar public process and you informed your health-conscious constituents that a trail is going through Rocky Flats And, oh, by the way, there's going to be construction of a visitor center right next to it, unearthing all that dust. I have a suspicion that your residents and my residents would say, no, we don't need to go through Rocky Flats. So unless we do take the time, and of course we don't have the time to do this, we have to make that decision for our constituents. I implore you to treat Rocky Flats for what it is. It is not a pristine refuge. It's a contaminated Superfund site. This trail can proceed very well without the connection through Rocky Flats, through a safe alignment on 128, up north on Indiana and west on 128. I will be encouraging my own board on April 25th to do the exact same that I am asking you to do, is only agree to participate in this if it's safely rerouted. I don't have the confidence in the NEPA process that has been portrayed here today, nor did they at the Stewardship Council yesterday. David Lucas, Fish and Wildlife himself, said it may be triggered. He didn't say it will be triggered. I wrote the big may on my notes. He said it may be triggered. So, and then we don't have control over what that NEPA process will do. Will it look thoroughly at that overpass that is highly contaminated, or will it be within the confines of Rocky Flats itself and not look at that contiguous land? Save the money on the overpass, save the money on the underpass, proceed safely down Indiana and across 128. Thank you for hearing me today.
Thank you.